What's going on, guys? Lose WRX here. So we are working on my 2015 Subaru WRX, changing the spark plugs. I currently have 71,000 miles. I did get the NKG spark plugs, which are pretty much, I would say, the top spec in terms of what to get for the WRX. I took out the airbox, moved the ECU out of the way, and I had to get a 14mm deep socket magnetic spark plug socket, and here's the current state of the spark plugs with 72,000 miles. Looks like they have been changed once, but we're going to go ahead and swap them out, and we're going to do this side and we're going to get to the other side. So I'll show you how the next one looks when I get to it, and we'll take things from there. But hopefully this will make some improvements. And here's the new ones, nice and fresh looking. They are pre-capped and they don't require thread lock or any of that stuff that some spark plugs do. So we're going to get this installed, then we'll work on the next one. Alright, as for spark plug number 2, I'm not sure what order these are in, but the next one, that's what that one looks like. So not too bad. I think the first one, or whichever one is the first that I showed earlier, was a little bit worse. We'll go ahead and replace that with a new fresh one, NKG. Off to the other side, which means we got to remove the battery and probably move a few other items out of the way. So stay tuned for that. So I got the coils reinstalled. Now I just got to add this two 10mm bolts to each ignition coil. Then we'll move on to the other side. Okay, got the ECU back screwed in. Also 10mm bolts. You got to get this slid into there properly. And then you can align these two bolts. Next we're going to install the airbox. And then, like I said, we'll go to the other side, which we have to remove the battery. Okay, so now we're to the other side. This side's a little bit easier. The only issue is there's not a whole lot of clearance to get a socket wrench there, but I did get this either third or fourth cylinder spark plug out, and that's how it looks. So not too bad, actually. We'll go ahead and replace this one, then we'll get this other ignition coil off, and we'll be done with the job. And here's the fresh new NGK Iridium spark plug. So we'll get that installed, and then we'll get the other ignition coil removed, and then we'll see how the other spark plug looks. Okay guys, so we're back at it. So we're on the driver's side. Just had to get that last ignition coil off, which was a real pain because there's a very tight clearance. I had to use a swivel 10mm. So let's go ahead and pull out this spark plug and let's see how it looks compared to the others. Okay, so it seems like the driver's sides are not all that bad, but the passenger side were a little bit more black. So I will show you a comparison of all of them in just a moment, so hold on one second. Okay, so these were the passenger sides. This one had a little bit of oil on it and a lot of residue. This one wasn't so bad. And then these are the two driver's side, which look a little bit better, but the gap is definitely a little bit more than it should be on that one. So we'll go ahead and install this last new spark plug, and then we'll reinstall the ignition coils, put back the battery, and then we'll have a job done. I'm going to clean off the battery acid off this battery. A lot of that came off the terminals. So give me one moment and let me get the new spark plug. But yeah, I'll be honest, it was a real pain to get that last ignition coil off. There's a really tight clearance here compared to the other side. I originally thought this side would be easier because all you had to do was remove the battery, but it was crazy. I had to get all kinds of lighting because I actually did this at night. I put my flashlight in this battery post here and tightened the nut, and then I had my phone here, one of my other phones, using as a flashlight. So here is the new ignition coil. Okay, ignition coil, even talk. Here's the new spark plug. We'll go ahead and get that installed, and then we'll, like I said, we'll get the ignition coil back on, and then we'll reinstall the battery, and then we'll do a start to see if everything runs okay. Okay guys, got the battery installed. I cleaned up the terminals as best as I could. There's still a little bit of battery acid, just a little residue on this mounting bracket. But I did install that last ignition coil and did screw in the bolt. I didn't put it so tight. Whoever did put the bolt so tight must be a farmer, because I had a hell of a time getting it off. Because like I said, this was the next morning. But now, moment of the truth, got the battery hooked up. Now let's go ahead and do a start. Make sure it runs okay. No misfires. Alright guys, moment of truth. Here we go. we got 71,522 miles, and I just did the spark plug change, all four. I don't see any jumpy idle. Seems to be running just fine. Let's go ahead and take a look at the engine. I think we are good to go, guys. So we are all set with the 4 spark plugs changed. I think this side with the airbox was a little bit easier because there's a little bit more room to get in there, even though you have to move the ECU. But this side in particular, after you move the battery, the issue is the clearance there is very piss poor, so it's really hard to get to those bolts. But again, just to recap, here's all 4 of the spark plugs. This was the passenger side, so it had a little bit of oil residue. The gap is pretty extreme there. And then the driver's side were a little bit better, so maybe they were changed recently, but they do look a lot better. I think we're all done, so like I said, it's kind of a pain in the ass job, and you do get some bloody knuckles. As you can see, I'm pretty beat up here, but it is what it is. At least I got the job done, and I didn't have to pay Subaru $550 later for them to do it. The job well done. So that's the spark plug swap. I know I didn't show every step because I knew I was going to have a lot of trouble, and I knew it was going to take you a long time. But that's pretty much it. So we're all good to go. There you have it. Spark plug swap, mission complete. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, do give this video a like. If you want to see more content like this, more Subaru WRX videos, and I'll try to record more maintenance videos this time, whatever I can record. I do have a rear F1 style brake light coming in, so I'll try to at least do that install and get it on video. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this brief but nice presentation of a spark plug swap. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.